When one is asked to think about Halloween, many thoughts probably come to mind. The cold weather, pumpkins, and weird and wacky costumes. But if someone were to be asked to summarize Halloween in one word, they would probably say scary, terrifying, spooky, or something along those lines. Yet, what is scary about all those things that I just listed? Now, while I'm not here to tell you why you should be terrified of pumpkins, there is quite a lot to be said about the innate scariness of masks and costumes. These things are scary not because of what they might depict, but because of the feelings that they inspire in the people that see them. Wearing a mask is a way of hiding your face and your facial expressions as a result. Two things that we as humans use to communicate just as we use scent to taste. Phil Janicek from Mind of Steel said, "The main element of what makes things scary is ambiguity. For example, when we're not completely able to interpret or understand something. This is how masks work. They hold information from you, and that's what makes them scary. I mean, if you think about the most terrifying creatures or figures from horror movies and other culture, you'll notice a lot of masked killers and things that are just slightly off from human. They're things that we aren't familiar with, and that's what makes them scary." That being said, masks can be used for a lot of things. Not just for Halloween, but you also see them in acting, TV shows, and in your day-to-day life. Maybe not physical masks, but emotional masks are used all around us to conceal our feelings and change how the world views us, just like a physical mask would on Halloween. In order to learn more about these social masks and how they affect us in our day-to-day life, I went to a place where arguably one can find the most social masks, an average American high school. I found a few students who I interviewed with the following questions. Do you believe in social masks?
Yeah, I think social masks are pretty common in a lot of people because people never really want you to know who they are because a lot of times they're nervous about their true selves.
Yeah, absolutely 100%. Because almost every person I know in some way, shape, or form tries to be someone they're not.
What sorts of masks do people wear every day, and why?
I think the mask people wear the most is just covering up what they want. Because a lot of times people will want things, they'll be embarrassed by it, and they don't really want to show people what it is that they want.
People usually try to pretend that they're into something, or try to hide that the fact that they like something and try to pretend that they don't, just to fit in. And I feel like that's a really common thing just because they want to be in the in crowd.
How does this affect you?
I think it affects how I interact with people because I try to be polite with people with their social masks because you don't know what's behind them, and that can just make life and relationships tough.
I feel like a good portion of my life I have worn a pretty thick mask, so I feel like that kind of weakened my relationships. I thought it was strengthening them, but not really. And I feel like I'm a lot more confident in myself.
What is your most common social mask?
I think my most common social mask is I try to put on a mystique that I'm smarter than I think I am.
Honestly, it would probably be when I'm pretty upset about something. I will try, unless I'm around my close friends, not to show it, because I guess I don't like to show weaker parts of myself.
So, why does this matter? Well, hopefully you can learn about the consequences that changing your behavior or lying to change how people perceive you is no different than wearing a mask to change how people view you physically. This Halloween, the scariest masks may not be the ones you find at the store. They may just be the ones that are on the faces of the people that surround you every day.